We had been thinking about selling our business for a number of years and what the future would be like, since we didn't have an internal succession plan. And while we nibbled around the edges talking to a couple of other companies, when we initially engaged the folks at Exvere, it became clear that they were part of our solution.
After having interviewed 4 M&A firms, all of whom I felt had qualifications and credentials to take my company to market, but I was more impressed with the Exvere team, their ability to listen and understand exactly what my business was all about.
It was very important to us to get some professionals to guide us through the process and make sure that the offer was a good one. Not just a good one, but the best that we can get at that time.
They had a way of penetrating markets way beyond our limited sphere where our business is located.
They knew a lot of international players that we didn't have exposure to. We only knew of. They were very good listeners. That meant a lot to me because my business is not an everyday type of business.
Every one of the members of the team became a friend, okay? But more than that, they brought a business analysis that allowed them to understand what our needs were, not just professionally, but personally. And it was an enormous issue for us.
The transaction team did a tremendous job of helping us navigate through all of that, and it ended up going very smoothly.
They exceeded my own expectations of what confidentiality should be like within this process. The entire value of our business would have been jeopardized had the word gotten out that we were for sale. And in fact, they protected it up until the very last second when we said, okay, let's pull the trigger.
I always knew exactly what was going on. They kept in very close contact with me.
We didn't burn any bridges. Exvere was able to isolate us from the process and make sure that seller and buyer came together in an amicable and profitable way for both sides.
I just can't see how we could have made it and stayed sane through the whole process without the guidance from the Exvere team.
I felt all along that I was dealing with the pros that I needed to be representing my company.
We would never have attempted this without the help of somebody as skilled as Exvere, and we're thrilled at the way everything worked out in the very end with their help.